Hi, everybody. This is Robin Rosensteel, and I thought I would share one of my stories from my childhood. It's something similar to the Christmas story. If you ever watch that story with Ralphie, and he has this moment where he um, goes after the bully. It's what the Scott Farkus affair is what they used to call it in the storyline. And so this is what the whole purpose of this tool is also to go back to some moment in your life where you're proud and give it a title, own that title. And so for me, one of my childhood stories, which always makes me laugh, is actually I rode a school bus. I lived on a farm and rode the school bus every morning and night to school. And we had a bully on the bus, right? And he would like pick on different kids over the course of time, right? And nothing was really ever done about it. And then one day, like Ralphie, I had one of those moments where the bully was picking on my brother and some other people. And I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. And this kid was probably, let's see, probably 10 years old. I'm like down here and he's like up here. And I literally just had a moment. I got off the school bus and I just started like having a discussion with him. I literally remember waving my little finger at him, going off on, I wasn't violent. I was just speaking my truth of like, I just didn't need his shit anymore, and neither did anybody else. And I basically started babbling some psychological babble. I have no idea where that came from. Anyway, but I basically just told him, this is unacceptable behavior and we just don't need this. And the real issue is that you need to look at yourself, dude, and don't be pushing your shit on us. So it was kind of an interesting scenario that happened to me when I was 7 or 8, because I even remember the school bus driver just she just dropped her jaw and stared at me like, oh my God, I can't believe this little girl is like sitting there yelling at the school bully. Well, needless to say, he never did that again. So, that's one of those stories where I was really proud of. I forgot about it for years until I started going through these tools myself and discovered this is something I'm really proud of. And the reason I'm proud of it is that I stood up and spoke my truth. And it was my truth. And I was willing to deal with the consequences, but this was my truth and this is how I felt. And the repercussions was he stopped being a bully on the bus. And it was, something that I was really proud of, because as a little girl, and here I am, and here he is, right? And I'm just like, you know what? I just don't need this. And I gotta say, over time, I've continually have bullies that have showed up in my life, and I've learned to see them as a gift. It's like, where am I letting go my power when I need to step into my own power and speak my truth? And the bully always comes in when I'm kind of like just going along with the crowd instead of speaking my truth. And then there comes a line in the sand where I start to speak my truth, and the bully again just disappears. So I don't know if that's a superpower, but it's definitely one of, I consider it one of my talents, one of my gifts, is I just speak the truth, how I see things, and that's just what it is. So I'd like you to go through some of your life experiences and just find a moment where you felt empowered, that you were, something that really made you powerful, made you feel good about yourself, and that's where your talents and your gifts lie. It's not in the big bang, I created this new whiz bang machine. It's more into the little things in the details. It's the things you do every day. They're hiding in plain sight. Those are gifts and your talents. So I'd love to hear back from you and get insight as to what you discovered about yourself. Thanks. Ah,